Do you ever worry your mind isn't quite as sharp as it used to be? That incredibly frustrating feeling of a word being right on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't grab it? Or walking into a room and completely forgetting why you're there. We often brush these off as senior moments, but let's be honest, they can be unsettling. They plant a little seed of fear about what the future holds for our cognitive health. Maybe we've seen our own parents or grandparents struggle with memory, and we can't help but wonder, is that my future too? The fear of losing our memories, our independence, and the very essence of who we are is one of the deepest anxieties we face as we get older. For a long time, it's felt like an unavoidable part of aging. We're told to do crossword puzzles and stay active, and those things are important, but what if a huge part of the solution was simpler? What if it was sitting in your kitchen right now? What if I told you that a groundbreaking study focused on seniors found that one common, delicious snack could actually improve aspects of brain aging? This isn't some expensive, hard-to-find supplement or a complicated diet. It's a simple food loved all over the world that's been shown to improve cognitive function and boost blood flow to the brain. The findings are so compelling, they suggest this one addition to your diet could be a powerful tool in protecting your mind. So stick around, because we're about to reveal what this snack is and break down the science of how it works. The big reveal. All right, the moment you've been waiting for. The snack that has scientists so excited. The food behind these incredible findings is the humble yet powerful blueberry. Yes, blueberries. Specifically, recent studies have put a spotlight on wild blueberries for their potent effects. We've known for a while that blueberries are good for us. They're packed with antioxidants. But new research has taken them from just a healthy food to a potential powerhouse for our brain health as we age. A landmark study published in the journal Nutritional Neuroscience took a deep dive into this. Researchers at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill ran a 6-month, double-blind, randomized clinical trial, the gold standard of research. They gathered a group of older adults between 65 and 80 who were already experiencing some mild cognitive decline. Half the group was given a freeze-dried wild blueberry powder every day, equal to about a cup of fresh wild blueberries. The other half got a placebo powder that looked and tasted identical but had none of the good stuff. For 6 months, the researchers tracked everyone's cognitive skills using a series of thorough tests. The results were remarkable. The group taking the wild blueberry powder showed significant improvements in their cognitive processing speed. Processing speed is basically how fast your brain can take in information, make sense of it, and react. It's a core function, and it's often one of the first things to slow down as we get older. But here's the most exciting part. One report on the study noted that after 6 months, the blueberry group's processing speed was not only improved, but it was restored to the level of a healthy reference group that had no cognitive issues to begin with. The lead author, Dr. Carol Cheatham, put it perfectly. Eating wild blueberries to prevent cognitive decline seems preferable to waiting until after the brain starts to suffer from aging. This suggests that daily consumption of this common fruit didn't just slow down decline. It appeared to improve this key cognitive measure. And this isn't a one-off finding. Other studies are pointing in the same direction. For instance, research from King's College London had healthy older adults consume a daily blueberry drink for 12 weeks. The results showed better memory and mental flexibility, as well as improved blood flow and lower blood pressure. A growing body of rigorous science is showing that blueberries are a key player in the fight for better brain health. The science made simple. How do blueberries work their magic? So what makes these little blue gems so special? The secret is in the compounds that give them their rich, dark color, a type of flavonoid called anthocyanins. Think of your brain as a high-energy city that never stops working. It uses about 20% of your body's oxygen and calories, even though it's only 2% of your weight. All that activity creates waste, including unstable molecules called free radicals. This leads to a process called oxidative stress. You can think of it like rust forming in the brain. Over time, it damages your brain cells, and this damage is a major driver of aging and neurodegenerative diseases. This is where the anthocyanins in blueberries become heroes. They are powerful antioxidants. They act like a specialized cleanup crew for your brain, neutralizing those harmful free radicals before they can do any more damage. Even better, studies show that these anthocyanins can cross the blood-brain barrier, a protective filter around the brain, and get right to work in areas crucial for learning and memory, like the hippocampus. But that's not all they do. Anthocyanins are also potent anti-inflammatory agents. Chronic, low-level inflammation in the brain is another villain in the story of cognitive decline. It's like a slow-burning fire that degrades your neural pathways. Blueberry compounds help dial down this inflammation, protecting your brain from that slow burn. And there's a third critical benefit: improved vascular function. The King's College London study specifically found that blueberry consumption improved blood flow. This is absolutely vital. Your brain needs a constant, rich supply of oxygen and nutrients, all delivered by your blood. When blood flow is weak, your brain cells are starved. The compounds in blueberries help relax and widen blood vessels, which allows more nutrient-rich blood to reach the brain. This helps your brain perform at its best and clear out toxic waste more efficiently. So, blueberries are a triple threat against brain aging. They fight oxidative stress with powerful antioxidants. They reduce chronic inflammation, putting out the fires that damage brain cells. They improve blood flow, making sure your brain gets the fuel it needs. It's this combination of effects that makes them such a potent tool for protecting our minds as we get older. How to incorporate blueberries into your diet. Knowing blueberries are a brain-boosting superstar is great, but making them a regular part of your diet is what counts. The good news? It's incredibly easy. The studies often use an amount equivalent to about 1 cup of fresh blueberries a day, so that's a great goal. Fresh versus frozen. Which is better? This is a common question, and the answer might surprise you. While fresh-picked blueberries are fantastic, frozen blueberries are an amazing, and sometimes even better, option. Blueberries are usually frozen at their peak ripeness, which locks in their nutrients, especially those precious anthocyanins. The tiny ice crystals that form during freezing can also help break down the fruit cell walls, which might make the anthocyanins even easier for your body to absorb. Plus, frozen berries are available all year, are often cheaper, and won't go bad in your fridge. So feel free to stock up your freezer. The studies we mentioned often used freeze-dried blueberry powder to get the dosage just right. This is another great choice. You can find wild blueberry powder online or in health food stores. It's concentrated and super easy to mix into smoothies, yogurt, or oatmeal. Simple and delicious ways to get your daily cup. The key to making any new habit stick is to make it easy. Here are a few simple ideas. The brain-boosting smoothie. This is probably the easiest method. Just blend 1 cup of frozen blueberries with a handful of spinach, a scoop of protein powder or Greek yogurt, and a liquid like almond milk or water. You've just made a delicious breakfast that sets your brain up for success. The oatmeal or yogurt power-up. Simply top your morning oatmeal or yogurt with a handful of fresh or thawed frozen blueberries. For extra crunch and healthy fats, add a sprinkle of walnuts or almonds. The simple snack. Let's not overcomplicate it. A bowl of fresh or frozen blueberries is a perfect snack all by itself. It's sweet, satisfying, and requires zero prep. Blueberry-infused water. Add a handful of slightly crushed blueberries to your water bottle. It adds a refreshing flavor and slowly releases some of their beneficial compounds throughout the day. A healthier dessert. A small bowl of blueberries can crush a sugar craving after dinner. You can even simmer them into a simple, followed over 950 older adults for an average of about 5 years. It found that people who ate just 1 to 2 servings of leafy greens a day had the cognitive abilities of a person 11 years younger than those who ate almost none. How is this possible? Leafy greens are loaded with brain-protective nutrients like vitamin K, folate, and lutein, which help protect brain cells from damage and inflammation. It's easy to get a serving in. Add a big handful of spinach to your blueberry smoothie. You won't even taste it. Use kale as a base for your salad, or saute some greens with garlic and olive oil for a quick dinner side. 2. Fatty fish, the brain's building blocks. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and a huge chunk of that is an omega-3 fatty acid called DHA. DHA is a primary structural part of your brain cells and is essential for keeping your brain's communication network healthy. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are the best natural sources of DHA. These omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatories and help your brain cells communicate efficiently. Studies show that regularly eating fatty fish is linked to better memory and even larger brain volume. The Mind Diet recommends aiming for at least 1 to 2 servings a week. 3. Nuts, nutrient-dense powerhouses. Nuts, especially walnuts, are another key part of a brain-healthy diet. They are one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3s and are rich in vitamin E, an antioxidant that helps protect your cells from damage. And let's not forget peanuts. While technically a legume, their nutritional profile is very similar to nuts. A compelling study found that older adults who ate about 2 handfuls, 60 grams, of skin-roasted peanuts daily for 16 weeks showed improvements in verbal memory and a measurable increase in blood flow to the brain. Researchers believe this is partly due to the high L-arginine content in peanuts, which helps relax blood vessels, and the polyphenol found in their papery skins. The Mind Diet recommends at least 5 servings of nuts per week. 4. Beans and legumes, the steady fuel supply. Your brain uses a ton of energy, and it prefers a slow, steady supply of its main fuel, glucose. Beans and legumes like lentils, chickpeas, and black beans are perfect for this. They are packed with fiber and protein, so they're digested slowly, giving your brain a sustained release of energy. This helps you stay focused and sharp. There are also great sources of B vitamins like folate. The Mind Diet suggests including beans in at least 4 meals a week. The Mind Diet, your blueprint for a healthier brain. We've talked about a lot of brain-healthy foods, and you may have noticed they're all part of something called the Mind Diet. This isn't some fad. It's a scientifically designed eating plan that has been shown in major studies to have a huge impact on long-term brain health. MIND stands for Mediterranean-Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay. As the name says, it's a mix of 2 other famous diets, the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet. Researchers at Rush University took the best brain-focused parts of both to create it. The results from their research were stunning. In a study that followed over 900 people, they found that those who followed the Mind Diet strictly had a 53% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. Even more encouraging, those who followed it only moderately well still saw a big benefit, with a 35% reduced risk. This shows you don't have to be perfect to get the rewards. The Mind Diet is more of a guideline than a strict set of rules. It focuses on 10 brain-healthy food groups and advises limiting 5 unhealthy ones. The 10 brain-healthy food groups to eat: green leafy vegetables, at least 1 serving per day; all other vegetables, at least 1 other serving per day; berries, 2 or more servings per week. Blueberries are specifically called out. Nuts, 5 or more servings per week. Olive oil, use it as your main cooking oil. Whole grains, 3 or more servings per day. Fish, at least 1 serving of fatty fish per week. Beans, 4 or more servings per week. Poultry, 2 or more servings per week. Wine, no more than 1 glass per day. This is optional. If you don't drink, there's no need to start. The 5 food groups to limit: red meat, less than 4 servings per week. Butter and stick margarine, less than 1 tablespoon a day. Cheese, less than 1 serving per week. Pastries and sweets, less than 5 servings per week. Fried or fast food, less than 1 serving per week. What makes the Mind Diet so effective is its focus on whole foods packed with the very nutrients that support brain function. It doesn't demand perfection. It encourages a pattern of eating that nourishes your brain for the long haul. We started this by talking about a very real fear, the fear of our minds declining as we get older. We've been led to believe it's unavoidable. But the science we've looked at today tells a much more hopeful and empowering story. We've seen how a simple snack, the mighty blueberry, holds incredible potential. Solid scientific studies show it can improve memory and even boost cognitive processing speed in older adults. We've broken down the science, learning how blueberries work as a triple threat against brain aging by fighting stress, inflammation, and poor blood flow. But we also learned that even a superstar needs a team. We've built out the rest of the Brain Health All-Star lineup with the leafy greens, fatty fish, nuts, and beans that all work together. Finally, we put it all into a simple blueprint. The Mind Diet, a way of eating proven to dramatically slash the risk of Alzheimer's and keep your mind feeling years younger. The most important thing to take away from all this is that you are not powerless. You have real control over your brain's future. The choices you make in the kitchen are some of the best investments you can make in yourself. It's not about a crazy, restrictive diet. It's about small, consistent, and delicious choices. It's about adding that cup of blueberries to your morning, choosing salmon once a week, and snacking on a handful of walnuts. These small changes, day after day, can build a brain that is resilient, sharp, and vibrant for years to come. You have the power to change your cognitive health, and you can start with your very next meal. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these brain-boosting foods is already a favorite of yours? And which one are you excited to try this week? Let me know in the comments below. Your journey could be the inspiration someone else needs to start their own. Thanks for watching. Hit the bell icon for the daily updates. Please do like, subscribe, and share with your friends.